here we are in our first real day in Eorzea. First, we're going to start with initiating quests. See the exclamation point over their head? Is that a quest available? You have to accept the quest. First, taking it, you have to accept it. Another green adventure, I presume? I thought as much. You can't allow strangers to wander around Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest that you make yourself known at Caroline Canopy. That's the headquarters for the local adventuring guild, in case you were wondering. The Caroline Canopy is a building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Minume within. Her quest has begun. Use the duty list to check on your progress. You also click on the menu. And open the journal with the letter J on your keyboard if you're using the mouse and keyboard. There's also a quick shortcut menu in your crossbar. You may notice that my hotbars have changed from what the standard is. I'm going to go over the UI all in the one video later of how I set it up. But at this point, you can start customizing your UI. Since I use mouse and keyboard, I have it set up for that. But I'll also cover the cross hotbar. Well, well, what do we have here? A wide-eyed and wondering young adventurer, come to put a name down in the guild, I presume. Welcome. Minume is my name, Mother Minume, and most call me Caroline Canopy. As head of the Adventures Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is here to help and attain them. In return, I expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To outsiders all may seem to be well in our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people are living in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble compounded by an ever-present threat of the Garlean Empire to the north. That is not to say nothing of the calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. But I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years passed Eorzea when it well nigh laid waste when a dreadworm emerged from within the lesser moon Dalmud and rained fire down upon the realm, in this which the people call the Calamity. Scarcely a square mile of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation, yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I am well aware how improbable it all sounds to an outsider. It is improbable, but it is also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the calamity is shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've remembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm, and yet whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call up their faces to mind, we see naught but the silhouettes amidst the blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Ahem. Pray, do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great and small, every contribution counts. I trust that you will play your part. All that's left, then, is to conclude business of registration. Here's a quill. Scrawl your name right there. Oh, and I'd appreciate it if you used your real name. There's a special place in the 7th Hells for those who use amusing aliases. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation your own in time. Now then, you must depend on Mother Minamene to teach you a few things. Yay, quest complete! This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken your first step of adventure in the city of Gridania. Listen to the wisdom of Mother Minamene, and go forth to discover the incredible adventure. Yeah, level 2! I finally can cure people! MSQ. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventures Guild, we must have a firm grasp on the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish to perform. Your first task is visit the Aetheryte, a massive crystal that stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the Caroline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in life in ever-wandering adventurer. Once you've located the crystal, all you need to do is touch the surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present for further instruction. For your second task, I'll have you venture to the Conjurers Guild. There is no better place to learn the art of conjuring. Speak with Maddle, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I'd have you visit the markets in the heart of all Gridania's commercial districts. There you will find weapons, armor, and all various items an adventurer might need for our travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parsimente, and listen to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so offer him one of my favorites, eel pies. Like many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. You have your task, Udont. May Nofrica guide your path. And one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to offer a helping hand. I am certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work we offer is unlikely to be realm-shattering importance, but you prove your worth and build the reputation, and in time, folks will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. I also suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in the canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventures Guild, and are invaluable source of advice. Neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. And out loud as fast as I can read in my head. So as we can see, we have sanctuaries. That's a spot where you can earn rested experience. I'm gonna cover that again in a later video. And the main menu, and you can access pretty much everything from the main menu. It's a very easy way to think. And then we're gonna go into the navigation, where you can click into the map to make the map big. You can click from the journal, you can click from the duty list, and you'll see that, and they're going to go forward. It's a very user-friendly way to jump to where your goal is. Now, hopefully we're back on to target. We have the smith. This is the smith they were talking about. It's a adventure for fledgling heroes. And basically, it's the place where you can attain the title of mentor, where you may have heard mentors or seen the golden crowns. For someone who's reached the experience of yours there, can then give people advice and open the novice network, the new adventurer status. So the new adventurers, the mentors taking it upon themselves to help new adventurers. And of course, not always the case, as we've seen. That should always be the goal of any mentor. And here we go, making our way to the Aetheryte. Just look around Gridania. There's the giant Aetheryte crystal that allows teleportation. And we have a quest here. Good adventure is hard to find. So this looks like a battle quest. I usually like to try to pick up the battle quests. And again, you can scale the windows even, so you can read them easier. Go to the God's Quiver. Standing vigil before the creature of the 12 villages behaving unnaturally. Use your quiver to pacify them. Seek an adventurer. Supplement their ranks. So I like to pick up the battle quests. Optional ones if I see any right at the beginning. There's a lot of other ones that you can just help people who are around Gridania right now. So here we go. We're coming up on our Aetheryte. We're going to attune. Let's accidentally click on him. Attune to the crystal. Greetings, adventurer. I see you faithfully following Mother Minue's instructions. Allow me to offer a bit of introduction myself. I am Nacia of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the Aetheryte. Aetherites are a device that tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means of travel. Return and teleport are the most common transportation spells. And as these devices are found almost in every corner of Eorzea, the adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Truly, a few things in this world are as useful to an intrepid explorer. But you need to locate all at once. You don't need to locate them all at once. Before rushing into the wilds, I suggest you start with the Aetherites found around Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. Return learned. You return to the Aetherite. Well, we have the access to the action of returns. If you go into the teleport menu, travel menu, you can use return, which will automatically bring you back to here, free of charge, but it has quite a long cooldown rate on it. So it's really helpful for your haul to save on. So as you can see, I had accidentally deleted it from the standard. My UI, when I set it up, I usually have it over here. As I get in my UI video, I'll explain why I usually wait until I've gotten my jobs unlocked. But you got teleport, you got return, which we haven't learned teleport yet, but I still like to get it onto my hotbar. And again, I just have a certain way I like things. And everybody can do anything. But every time you click return, you'll come to this Aetherite. It'll just bring you right here. So you see these red quest markers with a plus over their symbol? They're not available yet. It must be level 60. You can see this is where we unlock a tank class gunbreaker. They give you, the red will tell you what you need to do to be able to unlock them. And same thing here. This is the crafting. If you look. Welcome to the Carpenters Guild. This is a very extensive, for me especially, I'm sure a lot of people know about the crafting of this game. carpentry holds any appeal and joining this guild would be interested in learning? Yes, I am. Oh, we appreciate your permission. I fear you want for experience. So basically, you need to get to level 10. It's trying to tell you to focus on your main class right now, rather than to start crafting. But it's there, and you know that they're waiting for you. Again, you click and open the menu. You just drag around. You can make it bigger. I don't see any. I usually try to look for the blue plus symbols or the aetherites. So I'm trying to find. The goal is to attune to the aetherites. Sprint. I went the wrong way. Small. The shards. Aetherite shard. Attune to it. Now have access to it. So now I can access the Ethernet. Quick travel. Unlock the Ethernet. Basically, it's quick travel around the city. So you don't have to walk from place to place to place. Which is one of the reasons the first thing I do whenever I get to any of the cities is I unlock them. Because as you can see right now, we just have the plaza. But already I have a completed quest. Hey, we're going to finish visiting the Archers Guild. Burdenette sent you, huh? Well, inexperienced or not, I wish to prove your worth to the people of Gridania. You came the right to come. You do not wish to prove yourself. And here it's giving me potions and some wind crystals. So you can go into your items and you can use potions, which, especially since you're starting as a conjurer, not always the most useful. But especially starting on a DPS class, those come in very handy, because you don't always have any aspect of healing when you're running around solo. You can put it down on your hotbar. So yeah. But since I'm not a conjurer, they tend to be not very useful. I could just discard them, but I remember you can just sell them for gil. So now I'm going to go about trying to finish off the collecting my aetherites. Quick teleport back to the boss. Let's see, there's no more aetherites in this area. So now I'm going to go over to Old Gridania. So scale the window, make it as big as you want. These little blue dash lines, they're the teleport. Oh, teleport. They transport you to the other half of Gridania. So we're going to Old Gridania. Upon entering a new area, I like to open the map. You can see we got an aetherite crystal right here in the Market Guild with the MSQ. Another one over here with a bunch of different quest mobs. Quest markers, and a third one way over there, and there's my quest for the MSQ for the Conjurers Guild. So I'm supposed to visit the market, and we're supposed to visit the Conjurers Guild. Try to make a path of it. I'm going to try to plan out my route. First come through here, we'll hit the aetherite shard. Now I have access to the Leatherworkers Guild. Here we come into the market. And you can hear this bard who's jamming out. Something you unlock later in the game. It's an actual musical instrument. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to Persentiment. You think I can just stroll in here, bold as you please, and demand hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught. If on the other hand you had some tasty morsel to curry my favor, then I might reconsider. Come on now. The whole encounter reeks of Minime's handwork. Even more What's that? Eel pie. So you can see you can actually just drag the item, the key item, or you can actually click on the item. The flaky crust, just divine. Very well. I'm a man of my word. Pay close attention, and I shall only explain this once. The appraising need look no further than rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, it is best to prepare a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are provenance of the rosewood stalls directly south of here. You'll be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to their quality. If the potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the ebony stalls. The shelves are lavishly stocked and widely traveled Udont merchants, and I must truly say that they seen things amongst the myriad whatnot. Do you follow me thus far? The first steps in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go, pursue the stalls and see for yourself. This is where it goes over the handing over instructions I talked about. You can hear the bard still playing in the background. So he's got another quest. It's just a normal side quest now. And as you can see, so you can go over and get your items. You can go to the market board. This is where you can buy stuff. But like I said, there's a lot of gear that you unlock, especially at low levels, for playing with just playing the game, doing the quest. So I mean, you can go, but if you look, I mean, we only have 100 gil. It's not like we can go buy very much. So, but it's there, and it's very useful later, especially for items. This is one of the number one things I learned as a crafter, is check out those items. And I'm really sorry about the quality of this one. I learned a lot from this, and I'm going to try to fix going forward. And if you stayed through the whole thing, I appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow.